Hello, welcome. So this is quickly how to create a subdomain in Hostinger. So when you are logged in, you're going to be faced with all of this interface. Okay, so all you need to do is to find the hosting itself and look at the websites that are available in it. There might be more than one website in that particular host. So let's assume that it is only one website and you'll be seeing the website name in blue. So click on the website name in blue, which might be this. Just tap on that. And now it takes us to the website's Hostinger website panel for that particular website. Now, if we have installed a WordPress in that particular website, we are going to be seeing WordPress overview. And when we click on WordPress overview, we're going to see the option to all editing in WordPress, like installing our plugin, all plugins we have, and everything will be in this particular panel. For instance, let me show you very quickly. So you're going to see we have all of the instances we are going to be getting from a WordPress, like forcing HTTPS, enabling light speed cache, the SSL security. You can also see the plugins that have been installed in this WordPress account by clicking on the security area and scroll down. You're going to see all the plugins and themes. You can disable and enable anyone you don't want from here. So, but this is not what we want. We have to go back. So even if we are in the WordPress layout, we can also do the same thing that I'm trying to show you now, even if you are in this particular panel. So whichever panel you are, if you are in the WordPress, you look by the left side. Let me zoom very closely. You're going to see this option that says domain. Whether you're in WordPress panel or you are in this particular dashboard panel for the website itself, you're going to see where it says domain. So click on the domain and you're going to see subdomain. Click on the subdomain. So now we have subdomain. All we need to do is to add the subdomain detail. Remember, subdomain name is a name before the main website name. So now we have www.designer.com, but now subdomain is going to be www.kata.designer.com. That's what subdomain is. Subdomain is an extension. It is not the main domain. So it has a name before the main domain, and it's not a page that is /home or /about us. So this is what kata.our-domain-name.com. Very simple. So don't enable this. Don't bother about this at all. This if you want to actually create a subdomain folder specifically and give them their conditions, but that's not necessary. So click on create. Now I want to show you something very important you need to follow. Very important you need to follow here. Now we are done creating. You can go back to overview or go back to home, back to the main page. You can go back to home. Now, if we click on this tool, we are not going to be seeing the subdomain we just created. Why? Because it is relying on a domain which we just created. So we click on that domain which we just created. And this time around, we are not going to be seeing anything from here to actually make changes until we get to the WordPress area of that domain we just created. Now, look very closely over here. You're going to see this option, not this one. So don't click on this one. You won't see anything from here. But if you click on this one, we'll be able to see the website. Let me zoom out more. See the website which was created. See kata.designers.com. This is subdomain. All of these are subdomains. So from here, we can easily find the subdomain we've created for this domain. Now, very importantly, do not get ahead creating a new or installing a new WordPress with the main domain. Be careful to look and see if this is the main domain or the subdomain you're actually working on. This is a mistake you make. If you do this, you are going to lose all your files from this particular domain. So don't do it. What you need to do is to click option, find the domain itself, click it, and confirm that is the subdomain you just clicked at the top. Usually it comes with no WordPress installed. So all you need to do now is to click on install WordPress. And from here, you can give the name title. You can call this Kata. The email itself will be the email which you created for this subdomain. By the way, there will be a tutorial on how to create email for this. Let's assume this is the email we are using. So all you need to do is to also put the name of the admin. That's the name you want to log in with, and then the password from here. You can just add any password you want from this end. Okay, then we hit on next. It's requesting for a more stronger password. Okay, so we click on next. Let's hover on advanced. We see the options we have from here. Everything is fine. Okay, everything is fine. Click on next. The password still doesn't meet the requirement. Let's try a new one. Okay, so we click on next. And then we have this option. You can just enable this. Now, this one says update on only to minor version. So if this is for basic installation, like basic plugin, you can enable this. You want basic plugins to automatically update, you can enable this. Okay, turn off if you don't want any application to update at all. Always update the latest available version. So this will update everything, both the WordPress database, everything will be updated if you select this. But usually I will advise you go with this one and you hit on install. Make sure it's on the latest version of PHP. It must not be PHP 8.3. Whatever version they recommend for you here is okay. But usually I go with the highest version. But this one is on beta. So if it's on beta, you don't actually have to use it because they are still working on it. So go with the recommended version that has already been tested. Click on install. I'll just wait a little while. The WordPress itself will install and we'll be able to access our dashboard from there. So you can install all your plugins and all of the things, all of the other things you need to do. So here now, we'll just wait a little while for this to propagate. I don't want this. So now we have installed everything. You can install the light speed cache here, but make sure it is not enabled while you are actually working. Now we can click on this option, okay, to lead us directly to the WordPress itself so you can start our installation. So that option is just the active. Yeah, every other thing here is okay. Everything here is fine. Everything here is fine. So you see we are on board now. So to install plugins, you can just click on plugin installation from this area. Then you can install and remove the ones you don't want. Usually I will suggest you remove this plugin. You can leave this one and leave this one. Deactivate this plugin whenever you are doing design. Deactivate this Lightspeed Cache. After you are done with your design, you can enable it again so that you'll be able to see what you are doing from the front end while you do it. If you have multiple plugins, you can select all of them, click bulk auction, deactivate all of them, and then select all of them again, click bulk auction and delete all of them. Always close this thing and usually go to your WordPress dashboard. I usually advise for this, expand the screen option and disable all of the options. Sometimes if you install new plugins, more of this will come. Still click and expand them, collapse and delete all of them. So this is actually how to install a subdomain in Hostinger and actually install WordPress to the subdomain. Thank you.